Hey guys, it's Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I'm back with another Black Series review. This time I'm doing Bix Caleen from Andor, specifically Season 1. That's her only figure at the time of this recording. Maybe she'll get another one, I don't know. But anyway, I'm doing a Bix figure because I realized something. I haven't done any Andor Black Series reviews, so I decided I'd like to change that. So today I'm reviewing a Bix Caleen Black Series 6-inch figure. And this figure is simple, but I still think it's a really good figure, especially for the character. So I'm actually going to change things up a bit and start with the box in this video. So I'm not the biggest fan of these boxes, but I do like the picture they chose. It matches with Andor. It's not complicated. It's simple. It's mainly of the character. On the front, it's kind of just the figure here, which is still pretty cool. On the side, you have what accessories and the figure, and also like kind of a scale of how big the figure is, which is pretty cool. And then on the back, you have another one of the figure, plus a little information about the character. Bix is number 5 from the Andor wave, which is pretty shocking. I mean, not really, actually. That's pretty fair. She'd be number 5. But anyway, I'm not the biggest fan of these boxes simply because there's no packaging in them, so you can basically just take the figure out and no one will notice. However, I'm not here to talk about the box. I'm here to talk about the figure. And there's not much they could really do with a Bix figure. They can make it look like Bix, which they very much so succeeded at. And they can give her maybe a mechanics accessory. Which I actually really like the fact that in Star Wars we now have someone who's just a mechanic. Don't get me wrong, I like all the ones we have had before. Like, I like Chewie being the mechanic, I like Sabine being the mechanic. But the thing is that there's never someone whose main trait is they're the mechanic. Their trait is usually something like pilot and mechanic, or Mandalorian and mechanic. We never get someone whose main thing is the mechanic in the team. So I really liked that Andor gave us one with Bix. Anyway, time to talk about the actual figure. So I think the best feature this figure has is definitely the photoreal tech. That is shown on full display here because this figure looks exactly like Bix Caleen. The face is very accurate. The body is accurate. The detailing is great. And I like how they use plastic here because it matches with how her clothes are in the show. It's not just hanging there. It's actually there, and it looks like how it would if you were displaying the figure. There are obviously no weapons they could give Bix because she kind of doesn't have anything as far as Season 1 goes. But I do like how they gave her all this detailing of how she has these attachments on her belt. She has all these little clips like around her shoulder there. She's got a pin. And how the clothes change color to match how her outfit is in the show. I like all that. I like the hair detail they gave this figure of how her hair is in braids and then it's not, and it's just, there's a lot of great detail on all that. And yeah, there's a lot of great detailing throughout the entire figure here, which I really like. Now, on to her accessory. Bix is given this mechanical thing here. The only real feature it has is you can take this out and put it back in. It's pretty cool, but like it's kind of useless. I think they only gave it to her because she needed an accessory. Which, don't get me wrong, it's a good accessory. It's just there's not much they could really give Bix as far as Season 1 goes. But I still do really like this figure, and I recommend you pick one up if you're a fan of Andor. And so time for my final thoughts. This is one of my shorter reviews. I think there's not much they can really do with this figure, but as far as it goes with the character and representing them as an action figure, this is 100% 10 out of 10. If it's just an action figure and you want to buy one, I would not give it really a 10 out of 10. However, this is a 10 out of 10 going off the character from Andor. And yeah, I'm actually excited to see what else happens with Bix in Season 2. If you want, I can do a few more Andor characters, but I wasn't really planning on doing it. I just wanted to do at least one of them. And I want to go over if there's anything I missed here. The figure does have good posability, which is really nice. You can move the legs. There's lots of articulation in the figure, which is pretty cool. And the accessory does fit nicely into Bix's hands, which is actually a good feature that sometimes figures aren't that lucky and you end up with accessories that don't fit in their hands. But yeah, anyway, I think this Bix Caleen figure is a 10 out of 10. I recommend you buy one. And yeah, this is Grand Admiral Thrawn signing off, and I look forward to our next encounter in my next video.